terrible, terrible news for today, genuinely. Like, I can't make this up. All of our outreach accounts that we were sending basically to make us this amount of revenue on the screen right now, which is a screenshot from my Stripe, which is about 30, what is that, like pounds to dollars, 23,000, $31,000, right? So the system that was making us $31,000, every single one of our accounts got banned in a single day. So I guess I didn't do the intro. So if you don't know me already, my name is Reuben Shears. I have an online funnel building agency that I'm kind of building and scaling in public in these daily update videos, trying to provide you as much value as possible. But I guess like usually I share the wins, right? And today is a bit of an L. So I have to share that, right? Like that's just how today's gone. So I woke up this morning, all the outreach accounts have been banned. And so we're kind of starting from scratch again, which means we have to re-warm up. We have to do all that. But the way to look at it is that, you know, it might give us a week or so to basically, you know, sort out the client backlog that we've got, because we've got so many clients that we signed on. So I guess it will give me a bit of a breather. And the other thing is, like, I want to show in this video how you logically solve problems like this and just get past them, right, in business, because there will be ups and downs, and you just need to bounce back literally as quickly as possible. So we kind of already have, and it only happened this morning, right? So let's go back to my screen. So the main thing is that we basically needed to identify correlations of why these accounts got banned on Instagram, right? So like, there's only a few ways that Instagram can actually flag this, because they must have some sort of algorithmic like way of doing it. They can't just ban accounts randomly, right? And all of our accounts got banned in one go. So it was like a full wipeout, full sweep. So what the first thing we kind of like did is just identify like what are the potential correlations between the accounts that did get banned, and how can we kind of like narrow this down, right? So we have scraping accounts and sending accounts, right? They're all on proxies, the same type of proxies. And only the ones got banned were the sending accounts, which means obviously we can't send. But that allows us to be able to tell that proxies were not the problem. And that, okay, I guess the rest of these like potentially could be the problem. So that being the case, we basically have to make pretty much a variation of every single one of these things so that it's like not going to happen again. And what I mean by that is all the accounts had the same bio, same profile pic, same naming conventions, where we're using a particular like adding follower bot, account quality, they're all from the same place, and we were all using the same posts on every single account. So what we're now doing is just creating variations, like kind of like a Rubik's Cube, right? We're just like mixing it up for every account so that Instagram doesn't necessarily flag that. And that's the way we're trying to bounce back from all this stuff. So that's a solution, rather than just kind of whinging about it and saying, oh no, I've just basically lost my mechanism that makes me $31,000 a month. We just have to rebuild it, and we have to rebuild it in a better fashion. That's all we're doing. So that's the way we're doing things. And like I say, we just basically alternate the variations of these things. So we've basically created a different type of profile pic with Photoshop, with like kind of different color grading, zoom ins and inverting it to ensure that we have a different profile pic per thing. And the same thing applies, like using ChatGPT to create different bios, making sure the names are very different now, changing the follower bot we're using, increasing account quality, and then also just mixing up the posts and having variations in posts as well. That's how we're aiming to solve that. Hopefully it works. I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes. But it just goes to show that every single client acquisition channel has its own difficulties, its own bottlenecks that you are going to have to solve over time, whether it be ads, cold email, IGDMs, organic content. All of them have their own issues, and you will encounter them. For example, ads, in the same way, your ads manager could get banned in a single day, and you know the whole thing turns off, and you're going to have to spend at least probably a week getting everything going again. So there's a bit of an insight of what's going on with me right now. But like I said, there are positives to come from it. The system's going to be better once we bounce back from this, and we are going to be able to clear the backlog of clients that we've signed in the last week, because we've just been moving at such a fast velocity. So what is let's see if we can scroll down here. What is the game plan for me in the next, I guess, like, so it's the 22nd of August right now. What is the game plan in the next like month or so, or a couple of months, to be able to get nearer to my goal of £50,000, which is over $60,000 per month by the end of the year? The game plan really is, it's kind of a few steps. Fix IG, right? Because that's like such a nice baseline for us, right? Implement upsells, cross sells, basically maximizing LTV over time from all of our clients that sign on with us. That's the second thing. And then once I've like kind of done the IG thing consistently for like a few months, maybe like moving into October, I guess, say we have a decent month in September if we get this fixed, then I will absolutely blast more money on ads. And I'm talking like probably at least $8,000 a month roughly on that. And that should boost me, if you look at the metrics, I guess, to a very good level, because that would be, let's say we get $200 per book call, which is pretty average, right? It's probably going to be better than that for us because we know how to optimize the ads. And we spend 8,000, then that's going to be 40 calls. Our show rate so far has been 89%. If you want to know how to do that, watch one of the other videos. It's basically using a lead magnet and having a good, basically, thank you page set up. That's 89% show up rate. Based on that, we can estimate that, I guess, like a ninth of that would be basically like 36-ish or 30. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, just say 36 for simplicity. I might close like a third of them. So we've got 12 clients in that month, and they're probably all going to pay me like, I don't know. Well, LTV will be more, but I'd say like cash collected up front is going to be 3K per one. It's an additional 36K from what we were making before, and I'll hit the 50K goal just from running the ads as long as they work. So that's kind of my game plan. And I will just continue to document it every single day. A little bit of an L today, but that's all we can do. We've had a good week in general, so I can't complain too much. And we will bounce back. A little bit annoying because we're running it for a couple of clients as well, and those got banned, partially banned at least. So we had to kind of inform them we're going to have to push the billing cycle back for that. We'll give them a free week whilst we recalibrate, because it wouldn't be fair otherwise. Other than that, that's it for that today. And I'm going to essentially do my metrics for the day. Let's see if we can do it a little bit quicker. Bang, bang, bang. So YouTube, we have 79, Instagram 1169, and 8405. Okay, nice and speedy today. Cool. If you want to watch another one of these videos, daily update videos, just me talking about what I'm using and doing on a regular basis inside my agency, then you can watch one on the screen there, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I appreciate you jumping on this video.